Welcome to another episode of Dope, where we dare our people to educate. And today I have with me Nay.
Hi, I'm Janae, or you can call me Nay, whatever you like.
And me and Nay were sitting here politicking about dating in this generation and how women are having struggles with actually finding a good, high-value man or just even a decent man to consider them and, actually spend time and
get to know them.
Get to know each other, the right way, So I'm gonna turn it over to Nay. I want to see where she's at with it, and then y'all know I'm gonna bring my Kevin Samuels on out today.
Okay, so like I was saying, I feel like it is a lot harder for women to date in 2021 than it is men. I feel like women, men think we have too high standards, or they're not willing to just give us the minimal effort that we're looking for. And you don't agree?
So I think I agree with just about all of that, right?
Oh, I'm surprised.
So you said it's harder for women, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I would agree. It's definitely hard for women but at the same time as saying it's hard for women, women won't admit that it's harder for them in the sense of when you speak on how Kevin Samuels say, like,
don't.
Men have
Kevin Samuels.
Kevin Samuels.
That man.
The Godfather, the GOAT.
I can't. Okay.
But when he's speaking to it, I got a rude awakening for the guys about what he's saying too,
right.
that they don't even like to acknowledge. Because when he gets to speaking and he's saying all these truths and everybody's like, oh, he's right, and all these guys is cock buffing him and like, yeah, he's right.
Right.
What they're failing to realize is they're not a high value man though.
Okay.
Like it opened my eyes up to, and it made me look at the situation and was like, damn, I need to motivate myself to reach for that high value man because the qualifications I don't fit.
Right.
And so like when I look, and then the easiest way to knock anybody out of the qualification is you can look at how much money they make, right?
Mm-hmm.
So when I look around, I see all these guys following them, like I make more than all of them.
Right.
So I know they not high value if I can acknowledge that I'm not yet, right?
Right.
But I'm working towards that goal. That is something of mine that I am going to be working on.
Mm-hmm.
So, but back to the female's point of it is when he says all these things, like female comes to his interview and they say, I want this, that, I want the dude to do this and that, and it's like, yo, you can only say what you bring in.
And I completely agree with that. I feel like a lot of females aren't realistic. I can only speak for myself, and I feel like I'm very realistic. I'm not asking for someone to sponsor my life. I'm asking for you just to match or come with more than I have. So
the whole thing with the dating, let's speak on that. A lot of females in this generation want the traditional man, but they don't want to do the traditional women roles. Now,
like what? Cooking and cleaning? I feel like that's a given.
Okay,
right.
But you speaking for yourself. I'm speaking in general.
I'm gonna speak for myself and the women around me who I know. So, but I can't acknowledge that there are women out there. There are women out there who think that they can get this, that from a man and not give anything in return or not be equally yoked and just in that sense. So I can't acknowledge that, but I'm saying, but there are women out there who are willing to do those things, but there aren't men out there for them.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree that there are women out there, but I also understand that women are stuck between a rock and a hard place. Because the way society is and the way everything is women say they want a traditional man, they want him to pay all the bills, open the doors for them, and do all that, right? Hold on. Let me finish my
I didn't
my
say
point
nothing
across.
yet. I just
they want that, right? And they're raised and taught to want that. And then when they get out here in the real world, and there are men who will provide that, but the thing is, they're not.
I'm sorry.
The women. No, you're fine. The women's not trained or taught to play their part, right? Mm-hmm. And even if they are, they can't play their part because they have to work before they meet that guy. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like,
so when you say play their part, like what does that mean? Like,
be a nurturer, take care of the kids, the house, and all that. They can't play their part until they actually meet someone. So like, I think I think the traditional roles should be thrown out. So when I see these women online saying men ain't shit because that y'all don't do this and any man should pay this and that, and I'll be like, well, truth be told, any real working man probably needs a woman to go half with him on anything, right? It's too hard for the man to have that role of back in the day when you could buy a house with 3 bedrooms for $10,000. We can't do that these days. It's $200,000 now. You know what I mean? And so then when you flip it to the women's side, women, they have to work right away too. So as soon as you get out of college or just leave mommy and daddy's house and you move out, you got to maintain a job and a living place. So when you meet someone and they see you already doing it, you know, if they don't got it to be like, yo, quit your job, come move in here and have my babies.
I don't think anybody wants to do that because that's just not smart to do anyway as a woman.
I would say it's not smart for the guy to do that.
Well, yeah, it's not smart to do that either. But so I do agree with you. You would say like we should get rid of some of the traditional
thought process
because this is not the 1960s. You know, the 70s. Things are a lot different now, and we'll start right there because now that's where the conflict is. Right.
Because now you got men who end up with women who both of them want to lead. Because a woman, this is why the world's so fucked up. Because the woman is forced to have to take care of herself before she is leave her father's house. Your father is supposed to give you away at your wedding. Meaning, you getting out of my house and moving into this man's house, and I trust him to protect you.
That's not how it goes.
That's not how it is no more.
We leave our parents' house to our own home, and then we're looking for a man who we trust or we feel is fit to lead us. But that's the thing. We have to find a man who's fit to lead us, and they're not out here.
And I'm trying to tell you that that's a tough cookie. Y'all are in a hard place, a rock and a hard place.
I really think so. Like, I feel like sometimes I feel like the fact that my dad did too good of a job with like me hinders me with dating because I look at the role model I have and I try to find that in other people and I don't find it.
So this is what Kevin Samuel says.
Stop mentioning this man. Well, I do agree with some of the stuff he says, but he is a little rude.
What he's saying is I don't know whether to agree or disagree with it. I think it's right, but I'm like, dang, that's hard. If I put myself in the shoes of a woman, I'm like, dang, that's hard to do, right?
Yeah.
So I know a lot of successful women, you being one yourself, right? And it's like, all of them I see are single, and any average man that approached them is beneath them.
I wouldn't say that. I mean...
No. I'm saying when I look at it, So when I'm looking at, like, let's say like any chick like I meet or I see, right? I see what she got, right? And then I'm like, oh, okay, I got everything she got and more, right? I'm not beneath her.
Right.
But when the average guy approaches you, he already has a kid. How many you got?
I don't have any. And that's the thing, when you meet men, they start talking, it's like red flag, red flag, red flag.
Yes.
And that's what makes it hard.
That's why I'm saying y'all in a rock and a hard place, because even if we say he don't got a kid, right?
But even having a kid, that's not a red flag.
But
But
it's a red flag for me. Like, if I'm dating a woman and she got a kid, it's a red flag for me.
Right. Really?
So,
even though you have kids that you wouldn't...
Yes.
Why is it a red flag?
Because I can take care of my kids.
Right. So, I can't say that, like, my preference would be to meet somebody with no kids, but in these days, everybody has kids, so I've been more accepting to it. The amount of kids does matter. Because once we start talking multiples, that's when I'm like, I can't do it, because when you become one, those kids become my kids, and I want to have kids, and then we can't have a Brady Bunch. It's not going to work.
right.
So it's no for me. Like,
but the kids thing was just one mark.
Okay,
that's not. We don't even got to hover on that. So then you go, all right. So let's say a guy approaches you who doesn't have kids, right? He probably ain't got a job.
Probably not. Yeah.
See what I'm saying? So now he lives in a different type of world than you.
Right.
So when I be seeing these things, I'm like, dang, it is tough.
Right.
And then the average guy, when they see you because you're cute, they're going to be like, hey, what's up? And then you got to actually filter through who's good, who's, you know what I mean?
Right.
So I agree. Y'all do got it tough.
Yeah.
Y'all really do.
Like it is tough, but even more than that, like it's tough because I think right now, like for men and women, there's just too many options. You have too much access to too many people, and that's what makes the dating pool even bigger.
So you said for men and women, it's too many options.
Yeah, because I feel like you're too. Everybody's too accessible. You don't think so?
It's too many options for the man. Oh. It's not the woman that has too many options. I mean, don't get me wrong. You can be with multiple guys, yes, but when you break down the numbers, women outnumber men 12-1, right?
That is
true. It goes up.
Okay,
it goes up because then you got to factor in. All right, so if you line every man up on this earth with every woman, we outnumber 12-1. Well, then you take away about 30% for gays.
Yeah.
Take 30% for the gays that are just strictly gay, not the gay, not the DLs or the ones that go before, just strictly gay.
Yeah.
So now it jumps up to 15. We outnumber 15-1. Well, then you got to take away, and I'm speaking directly to the black community with this. Well, then you got to take away 60% of the man now that's in jail.
Right.
Right. So the pool gets higher for us. So it's like 30-1. And then you got to account for all the guys who die at early age. You know, every day we're speaking on a death or someone died or gang related or whatever it is. Yeah. So the pool just gets bigger and bigger to where one guy to 30 females. So it's always a female without a man. Right. That's why it's always a guy who has 9 chicks in rotation.
That's true.
And then when you look at the females, you go, okay, so we already outnumber them 12. Let's go back to 12-1. Then you got probably about 30% gay, but 15% of them is always gonna be sneaking and dicking.
Right.
So they're still gonna be fucking.
Yeah.
You got 15% that's just straight cat lickers. That's it. I don't know what to call them.
What?
Or what they call cootie. What's his name? We say cootie liquor, lit liquor. That's what that commercial was. Lit liquor. But,
I can't. Okay.
But you see, so when you take away on that side, it doesn't really take much away.
Y'all as much.
Yeah.
Right. I agree. But I do feel like social media makes it even harder for women to date because men.
Yes.
And social media.
Because of men?
Yeah,
well, how is it because of men? Because I agree, social media does hinder it.
Like you said, we're already, we outnumber y'all, right? Mm-hmm. So when men have access to more women, they're less likely to commit because they feel like, well, if I do this over here, it's going to mess up this and this. That's what I'm saying. Oh. You know? So I feel like
that makes sense. I never looked at that point.
Yeah. Like, most men are always going to have a roster of bitches, but...
So what you're saying basically is because social media did do it because you got females getting flew out and so I think.
Well, I mean, social media is a plus for us because we have access to more men everywhere instead of just here, so we can get flued out and gives us a little bit more options.
But when you get flew out, that's not the guy you're gonna marry. That's
of
more
course
like
not.
Those are tricks. So
there's a difference between a trick, a boyfriend, and somebody could potentially be your husband,
Right.
Those are tricks.
So was a boyfriend just the moment? Because you said a boyfriend and a boyfriend that could be potentially. Okay, so that's
boyfriend.
Separate.
I'm sorry, boyfriend moves on to husband. So we're just do tricks and somebody you see, you have some potential with.
Okay.
So those are the two categories I kind of put them in.
So social media did mess it up. It helped guys in the sense of they got more access to more women, right?
Right.
Then compared to back in the day where great granddad only went to work, didn't call or talk to no one, went back home into the bar, and that was it.
They see the females in their town. Now men can see females everywhere, and it makes it even harder for women.
It makes it harder in the sense of y'all have more access to more men with more money. So you might your neighborhood, you might know 2 ballers out here. And then on the other side of town, you might know a baller.
Right.
But when you get on social media, you know about 100 ballers that's yo, come over here. $1,500.
Right, but people flex on social media. That's a whole different topic.
That too, but they gonna pay to fly you out. Like, I pay for a chick's Uber. I bet, you feel me? Like that's about it, $20. But when you pay to fly a chick out, that's like six to
another thing. Like, to me, that's not getting flued out. I love vacations, but men who lead with money, that's a turnoff for me because I feel like you have nothing else there. Like, I look for substance in a person.
So I wouldn't say there's the misconception that females get of guys is they get one guy who approaches them with money and they think that's all he's about, right? But
why would you lead with money then? You can have money, but I feel like if you're funny, you have a good personality, lead with that. That's gonna get you further than your money because especially a female who doesn't need anything from you.
Well, yeah, when they run it, that's their kryptonite. They run to a female who has money and it's like, nigga, I got money, move. Right? But the misconception is that he only approaches every female like that.
I'm not saying every female, but...
He probably approached 100 females and approached them all 100 different ways.
No, corny dudes use the same lines and the same things. That's what they do.
Well, that's because they're approaching 1,000 people, so they just copy and paste it to each one.
Right.
And trust me, just because you didn't go,
I know
a lot of the other ones went.
Birds, that's what they look for. You know what I mean? They look for niggas with money, but that's only going to get you but so far.
Yeah, but you don't even got to have money. You just have to have the perception of money.
Well, yeah, the little fake persona, right?
Because one thing about me is a lot of females flaunt themselves at me, and I don't put out no money.
Because you have a good personality and you're cool. That's what I'm saying.
No, but I'm saying, I'm speaking to the females that I approached with a money mentality. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, I'm buying bottles in the club and I'm kicking it with the homies and these females are in our face. And now they're actually entertaining me because they see how I spend. Right. But I don't put no money out to them.
But that's what attracts them. You
see what I'm saying? Yeah. That's the misconception is females see dudes and they see like, oh, okay, he got that money. Let me go over there and try to get some, and then it doesn't work out all the time.
Right.
Most of the time, it don't work out. Because the thing is, females don't like to be honest on why they're approaching you, or if I'm approaching you, you know why I'm approaching you.
Not really.
No,
sometimes when men approach people, you don't know why they're approaching you.
They're approaching
men
you.
Men have an agenda, and it's always hidden. It's a hidden agenda.
It's not hidden. It's the most obvious thing.
No, because they
want to fuck.
But that's what I'm saying. So they're never just genuinely interested in getting to know you. That doesn't happen anymore.
No.
That's the problem. There is more to women than just.
So when stuff like that do happen, but it's probably like a 1%, right? But it's always on some it's gotta, like, the situation gotta be set up. Like you know someone, I know someone, we chilling and you might be like in a certain business and I might be like, oh yeah, I like doing like podcasting, right?
Yeah, be fake interested.
Like, oh, I'm interested in podcasting. And I'm like, oh, all right, I'll help you podcast, right? And then in the process of doing that, y'all actually start liking each other.
Right.
But if it's a approach from a man, it's because he sees your beauty, he sees your assets, and he's like, I want to tap that. That's the hard truth. But and since the beginning, since high school and middle school, I know people have been telling you this. You just don't want to believe it, right?
No, I understand that. Trust me, I understand that.
So how old were you when your dad said, these little boys don't want nothing from you but to put their thing in you? How old were you when your dad said that?
My grandpa, my dad been telling me that forever. Don't let niggas get you pregnant, boo. Since I was like little, like probably
and you still don't believe
11.
it?
No, I believe it, but that's my issue with dating. It's like, sex is always going to be a given. You're eventually going to get there, but can you like at least like want to get to know somebody first? Like, why is the first thing always like sexual? When
so females want this age on guys when they're
just
out of there.
Just a little maturity, like just
not. Well, there's mature guys out here who's just fucking.
I know, but I'm saying like if you like. It's not hard for men to get pussy, right? So why is that always like the first thing on your mind?
So here's the thing about that. So it's not hard for successful men to get pussy.
Right.
It's hard for majority of men to get pussy.
It's not. You think it's hard for majority of men to get pussy?
It's hard for majority.
I really don't believe that.
It's hard for them to get.
I really don't believe that. I really don't.
All right, so how do a man get pussy? Let's just go down the rabbit hole of how would a man go to get pussy? How would he get?
If he's out in the club, he's going to buy a girl a few drinks.
All right, stop right there. All right.
Okay.
Majority of men don't have money. You have to realize.
Okay, well,
12% of men make 40 plus.
Right.
40,000 a year.
But I'm just okay. I understand not all men have money, but I'm saying broke niggas are out here fucking too. And what they're doing,
yes, but they're fucking broke bitches at that.
Yeah, but I'm saying, but they're getting pussy. Like I said, it's not hard.
But they're not getting it like how you think.
Females are going for nothing. They're going for nothing.
They're
not asking men to do anything for them before they fuck at all. They're not even going on dates. That's what I'm saying. It's not hard for men to get pussy.
So hold on. Once you get out the kid stage, right? And the kid stage is, let's say, anywhere from 15 to 24, right? Once you out of that stage, you have to have something going for yourself. That's out of college.
Man, to get pussy, I really don't think so. I'm just saying, I see niggas out here with nothing to offer. Always have bitches. Always.
In a sense, what do you mean always have bitches? They wed on what? What do you see them doing?
Fucking different bitches. Bitches are arguing on Facebook about these niggas, arguing on Instagram, Twitter, coming out, like, have multiple kids. Like, niggas are out here, regardless of what they have, getting females. And some of the females aren't all, like, bottom of the barrel. Some of these are good women who are settling for these men. That's what I'm saying. It's an epidemic, and I'm bringing awareness to this because it's an issue. I see this every day, all the time.
So dudes do need to better themselves in the sense of how they carry themselves or whatnot. But females have to understand that guys are always going to be fucking the next bitch.
Right, because it's easy for them to get right.
No,
I want you just to agree
successful
with me.
guys. No, because you're saying, because I know a bunch of guys who don't get it on the regular. I know a bunch.
I
know a bunch of guys.
How much is a bunch?
All right, probably about 90% of my friends.
Because
maybe more.
I really don't
let's say more, because
the joke is always that when you ask a female when's the last time she had sex, she's gonna say 3 months. But most of the time that is true. When you ask a man and they give you like some 6 months,
they always say a year or two.
I've never heard a year or two.
They
usually tell me 3 weeks, 6 weeks.
That's what I always say.
I don't
say
believe
2 years.
I know a man is always fucking somebody until he gets his next body. You don't think so?
He's always trying, yes.
Okay.
He's always trying. But what I'm trying to get you to understand is,
this is not a male bashing episode. I sound like a male basher?
No, yeah. I think they need to do a lot better.
Yeah.
I honestly believe that. I don't care if they think I'm bashing. They better man the fuck up. Actually, most of the guys who actually listen to mine are faithful men in a relationship or single men who has all the hoes.
That's good. Oh, that's good.
Because they're all, because I keep myself around successful men now.
Right. That's good.
So, like, I'm not a kid no more who, this one friend who's not taking care of his 3 kids and this one friend don't work. I'm not that kid that hang around them no more. I hang around people who's always busy, has their own business, has a job, has a career, went to college, and they're doing something great with their life now. And a lot of them are already in relationships and they don't cheat.
That's good.
And that's the honest truth, right? Then I also got the friends who are single and living in their purpose, and female are throwing themselves at them.
Right.
Just a year ago, like, I had 12, 15 chicks throwing themselves at me, to where I have to deny them now.
Right.
I'm not that little dirty boy no more that was getting denied the pussy from 5, 6 chicks. Now I'm like, I'm cool, stay at home. Now I don't want to. I'm good. You know. When you get, that's why I say the successful ones is getting it, because like, and I mean the kids are doing it too. That's why it's hard to really map it, because you get the men who are messing with the younger ones who still got a kid mind. They 22 or something. They 26, so they still messing with whatever. But then you got the men who are my age. So we keep it to my age group, right? You're in my age group. They're not getting it.
Yeah.
Oh no, you are.
I'm 28. I'll be 29 2 weeks.
Yeah. You're not in my age group. Right? They're not getting it because they are either working to survive, or they're not working, which means they're staying in someone's basement.
Right.
They're not getting it.
Yeah.
That's what I'm trying to tell you.
I think it just depends. I guess it's a case by case scenario.
But I always say that men are allowed to be with multiple women
when they're single. Well, yeah.
When they're married, single, girlfriend.
What?
The thing is about it is you don't bring it home. You don't bring no STD home. You don't bring no kid home. The way a man and see, men hear that and they think that it's all cool, right? But no, that means you also have to do your part. You have to make sure everything's paid for. You have to hold your end of the bargain up, right?
Are you saying so you can be in a relationship or be married and still be tricking off here and there as long as home is taken care of?
Yeah. Okay. But don't say home taken care of, because some men don't know what home take care of. They think going half on the bill is home being taken care of, right?
Well, I mean, like fully providing for your household, I guess.
Fully provide for your household. And if you're on a business trip in Cali and you originally stay in New York, don't bring nothing home. That's it. That's the only rule.
And that's a whole nother conversation.
Well, the thing is, men show loyalty through finances and stability. Women show loyalty through infidelity. Which
is crazy to me. Like, I don't know.
So look,
a faithful, that could be a whole nother episode. That's
a guy can go out and smash 6 chicks and not think about what their names was.
And you don't think a woman can do the same?
A woman can do it, but she would have to force herself to do it.
I don't think all women are like that. I think some women can have sex and not be emotional.
Well, nothing's 100% though.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying.
But the majority of women,
I would say, I wouldn't even say the majority. I would say, I don't know. I would say definitely say it goes both ways. So I'm not saying all women.
Nope.
You don't think so?
No. You try to say that all men and all women are the same.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying women, we are emotional creatures, but some women don't tie their emotions to sex, so they can be out here.
So could you fuck 6 dudes in one day?
We're not talking about me, because I know.
So you think the average? So you think the average?
Like I'm a different breed. I can't even I'm an emotional person, but I don't outwardly show it. So no, I cannot go fuck 6 niggas. I don't even want to talk to 6 niggas because I don't have the patience to deal with y'all. Like I don't, and that's why I'm single.
So do you think? You think the average woman can fuck 6 niggas? And I won't even say one day. I'll give them a week. 6 niggas in a week. You think the average female could?
I think 6 is a little high, but
that's what I'm getting at, though.
But I know.
Okay,
women,
a guy.
I know women who rotate 3 men and will fuck them all. Yes, I know women like that.
Sheesh. Ugh. And that's why it's hard for y'all.
Why did you make that face? I'm just saying, like people, I know people, like women who I grew up with who fucked hella niggas, and I don't understand how, but they've done that. That's what I'm saying. So that's why it's like, I think some women aren't programmed like the same, I'm not going to say all of them like that, but there is like a chunk of women who can just have sex and not tie emotions to it.
That's hard for me to believe. I do think there is some out there,
yeah.
But on the scale to the average guy is what I'm basing it off. So I'm basing it off the average female to the average guy.
Okay, then
so the average guy will fuck twice a day, 2 chicks a day for a week, right?
Which is wild. That's a lot.
But they can get up and not care about her name and not talk to her again.
Right, but how you got time to do that and do everything else, work?
These niggas is broke. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
And I told you that it's easy for them to get pussy. We're back to that.
No, but that was just an example though. most dudes ain't getting it though. They have to court the woman. They have to fake a relationship.
But don't say fake. What if they really? I feel like that's how it should be.
So if I'm in a relationship, with somebody, and then I see somebody I want to fuck, and I fake or I approach them, and then I say we go together, ain't one of them relationships fake?
Yeah.
So yeah, the second one, the side chick, the one he really don't have plans for, he's faking a relationship with her. That's what I'm saying when I say fake a relationship.
But you don't always have to be in a relationship to have sex. So you can just court someone, go on some dates, and then y'all decide.
They don't have that type of game because they don't have women want a man who has something to approach them, right? He can have sex with her for free. That's why like when girls see these dudes who are all in shape and he has everything go for him, they go for him, right? But then, like, if the nigga come to her and he don't have a job or nothing, he got to put in time and he has to be in a relationship with her.
Even if you have a job, you still got to put in some time and build some type of relationship.
Yes, that's cool. But what I'm saying is, you said like you don't have to be in a relationship to have regular sex with someone and come and go, right? Yeah. Right. When females want that type of relationship, they pick that relationship. Right. They typically don't pick it with a bum.
Some females don't care. Like niggas don't have to do anything for them. That's what I'm saying.
You're bashing more women than guys.
I will. Let me tell you what I just
I'm bashing men. No, you're bashing guys.
I want women to do better. I literally just posted this today. I'm gonna read it.
All right.
It says, no disrespect to anyone, but I wasn't raised to live with a man and still be struggling. It's supposed to become easier, not harder. I can struggle by myself. A lot of women don't live by that. They don't ask men to bring something to the table. Yeah. You know? So I feel like there's a subset of women who have standards and are asking men to meet them there, and men are like, well, this is kind of hard. I'm gonna go over here to her because she's not asking for me to do all that. She gonna let me hit first night and it's gonna be cool.
Them some bums, man.
That's what I'm saying. So there's two groups of women, and it's really hard for women with standards. Some women aren't asking for a lot at all. You know, just want a nigga to be there, warm body. So
they want a warm body. That's what I was. Speaking to.
So men tend to gravitate to the women who just want a warm body. And then the women who have standards.
So, but before we started recording, I remember I said there's guy who dates for the moment.
Right. Yeah.
He's dating for the moment. He don't know where his next dollar is gonna come from.
But no, I'm saying, but he don't always have to be broke. These are some.
He don't.
But you keep attributing it to money. It's not the.
Well, it's always about money. First off,
it's not always about money.
Life is always. America is about money.
Okay, yes, we're talking about dating and stuff right now, but I'm saying some men have a lot going for themselves, but choose the easy way out because
but you just said
get to the goal faster over here.
But your whole example was, I'm not going to struggle with a man, so then the man goes over to the girl who's not going to require him to do nothing.
Right. Oh, I know. I'm talking about that too. Okay, I understand. Right. Okay,
so when you say that, yes. I'm assuming he's not working or he's see I gotta
well, it's not even not
I know someone. I'm not even gonna say all that. I'm gonna say I know someone who worked a job 18 years now, but when I was a kid it was 6 or 7 years, and they were promoted to a certain spot at this job, and it was fast food, and they refused it because then they would have to go full time, and for the life of me, 17-year-old me didn't understand how a man was turning down a promotion because he didn't work full time. And I was just like, what? And so as I get older and that still sits in my mind, I'm like, oh, he bum nigga.
Yeah, because some men want the easy way out. I have a first-hand example. One of my uncles, I'm not going to say which one. I got a lot of them. He, me growing up seeing him, he doesn't have much to offer, but he's always with strong females, and he just moves in with them, plays house, and he's on to the next one. And that's my example. That's what I'm talking about. That type of thing. It's crazy. But
that's what I'm saying is, I lost my point of earlier when I was saying it. When I was you said.
I know, I said.
Them bums. Them were bums though. Right. And it goes to we talked about before the podcast when we were saying men live for the moment. So there's men
date,
there's men that date in the moment because they don't know where the next dollar is gonna come from. They don't know what's the song Papa was a Rolling Stone. They one of those where it's just like this is like, all right, she's here, she's gonna house me and all this stuff.
Right.
And then they typically pick the chicks who live in low income housings too. And it's sad because
sometimes they do be.
Well, no, they do both. They do both. I know some that do both. Yeah. But I'm just saying, like it's sad because the women is being held back. The ones that's in these low income because they've been in it since they were 17. As soon as they had a kid and mommy put you out, oh, here's a low income from the government, and then they don't subscribe to get out or better themselves, and then they just keep getting bum nigga after bum nigga, and he gets them pregnant because you get them pregnant, you can stay a little longer now,
right?
And it's a terrible cycle or whatnot. Yeah. But I don't want to speak to them because you're not in that category.
Okay, so let's speak to something else.
So what was one of your questions you had wrote? Your notes. What you got in your notes?
My notes. So another reason why I feel like dating is hard now is communication. I feel like a lot of people don't know how to effectively communicate.
They don't.
And I feel like sometimes when like women like kind of communicate what they expect, men hear something different. So if I say like I want consistency, men think you want a relationship. Or if you say like you
well, ain't that what y'all mean?
No, not necessarily. Like we'll get there, but sometimes that's not in the forefront of our mind. Like you have to get to know someone first as a person and see them in different moods, or like, just spend time with them before you even decide if you want to be in a relationship. Right. So I'm not going to waste my time,
right.
So like I feel like that's a huge issue. Like, and also what was I gonna say? Yeah, like communication. I'm very big on that, but I feel like it's lost in this.
So do you think it's all men, or you think it's the man that's lost in the communication?
Yes.
That's your woman bias.
You think so? But yeah. I feel like, so you don't think sometimes when like a woman says something, you hear something else, and then she's like, no, that's not what I mean. That doesn't happen a lot.
No, because what you're doing is females do that to guys, but you're putting it on the guys.
What do you mean?
Like females, like a guy says something and a female twist it up. And because we live in America,
so yeah, we do that too because we're always looking for a hidden meaning behind your words. Because men don't just outwardly say stuff. You always have to like figure it out.
We live in America. Because we live in America, and we got this English language, which one word can mean 5 different things. Females go crazy with this now. Like, you can say one thing, and you twist it all the way up to something else, and you're like, no, I didn't say none of that. I said this. Stay on this path.
Sometimes it's not what you say, it's how you say it.
That's always, yes, and I think that's with everybody. Men talking to men, men talking to women, women talking to women, or women talking to men.
I can't admit, sometimes we do, like, twist what men say,
twist
because
we're
trying to look for the hidden meaning, because we have to decode a message, because men just can't give it to you straight.
No, that's the thing, man.
If you ask a man a question, he's going to give you like just some wild ass answer that doesn't even make sense, or he'll avoid the question altogether.
So a lot of times men do avoid the question because we already know the rabbit hole's going down. So we already know where this is leading to. And it's like, oh, how do I avoid this question until she leaves or until I leave? Or like sometimes get up and make my move, like, oh man, I gotta go get my kids, like you make up something. Right. Like I done got text messages like, "Hey, Mark, call me real quick and say it's an emergency, come pick you up." Because the women always ask something where it's like, "Yo, I don't want to deal with that."
And that's y'all do avoid conversations, but also it's like communication as to like, say you're dating someone for a while, right? Mm-hmm. And maybe you decide like, okay, this ain't gonna work out. This situation isn't gonna work out, or I don't like her as much as I thought I did. Mm-hmm. Why not just tell her that instead of like ghosting her?
Because females will cry.
Or breadcrumbing her, like
females
giving her a little bit of what she wants, but not like fully like
giving
her the energy she's looking for.
females will cry. But here's the thing, too,
they're gonna cry either way because they're gonna be he's not. I haven't heard from him, and it's been this long.
But here's the thing, too, though. Females will assume y'all are something that you're not, right? Oh, we're exclusive. Like, when did we speak on that?
Well, no. I feel like that's a conversation.
I'm speaking from life experiences.
Okay. Yeah. So,
not me, but multiple men talking about, man, why she just come out of nowhere and say we exclusive? Like, we're friends. Like, that's it.
That's a conversation.
Well, female does that, but to stick to the question of communication, I think communication. I see how you blame guys, but
it goes both ways, though.
I don't want to blame women on the aggressive ones. I want to stick to the ones with comments. The aggressive ones. Well, the ghetto ones. I didn't want to say ghetto. I want to say aggressive, but I had to say it. But I want to stick to the ones who got a level headed or whatever. Mm-hmm. Communication with females and the male gets off track due to when females speak, they speaking from an emotional place. Okay. They have something emotionally tied. So when I'm emotionally tied to something, even as a man, I get emotionally tied to stuff, and then when I speak on it, I'm like, nope, right? And then later on, I'm like, I know I was wrong, but I'm not going to admit it to them.
Right.
So females, 90% of their stuff be emotionally tied, right? So it's just like religion, right? I was told that never argue with nobody about the religion. Mm-hmm. There are over 1,000 religions, and everybody is willing to die for their religion. Right. Everybody also says that the 999 other religions are all completely wrong. Don't know what the hell they're talking about. Right. Each religion says that. Right. So what is the point of arguing with someone with religion? They're willing to die behind their religion. They're willing to kill behind their religion. Don't get involved.
Yeah, there's no point.
So that it's the same with when women speak with their emotion. There's no win in it. Unless you're going to agree with them, there's no win in it.
I mean, sometimes you can come to a compromise or come to like a, or agree to disagree, that type of thing.
No, you can't.
Yeah, because not all women are like super in their emotions and crybaby.
You're emotionally attached to women winning right now.
Who, me?
So yeah, so every topic you make sure to give the women the better light. I done dogged men and women.
I have dogged women. I said they fuck with broke niggas all the time. I said some women don't have standards. But I have to be realistic because it's not always women. Sometimes women,
it's not always women. Like I think guys, I think
I just want men to take accountability in the things they do.
Well, a lot of things that happen is a result of when we were kids. Like even like how I said men don't want to date.
7
no, I'm not talking about that. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about men don't want to date women with kids. She had the kid when she was a kid. Right. So it's like that levels the playing field. Mm-hmm. But that and then a guy having a felony or being in prison, he probably went to jail when he was a kid.
Right.
So that's what I think a lot of the stuff that causes the problem now is us. Because we were kids. Something happened when we were kids. Right. Whether you went to jail, got killed,
well, there's always kids. Some, I feel like past trauma that affects you.
I don't even want to say that's trauma, though. I don't even want to say that's trauma. Because, even though they say they healthy, what happens is, man goes to jail, he does 10 years in jail, he gets out, his mind is 10 years behind. Right. Me and you was growing with the time of everything, new inventions and all that coming out. Right. Woman has a kid. Her mind gets held back to an extent where she has a kid go low income. She don't really see the world. She doesn't try to work, get money. She milks the system. So what happened was the government took all our fathers and some of our mothers away way before our great-grandfathers, right? And so then we all got hindered. We didn't get generational wealth. Right. We didn't get to be raised right. So we actually didn't learn right. So the ones that actually made it out, like me, for example, I had to learn a lot of stuff as a grown man. Right. Even stuff I should have learned as a kid. How I didn't even learn to clean myself right until I was with a woman. Right. When I was 15. And taking showers at her house with her. You know what I mean? So
at 15. Okay. Okay.
When I say like we didn't have no parent in the house.
Yeah.
Me and my brother would go to the corner store and do snatch and runs on food.
In a way, it's not trauma is not always bad, but it is like an event that shapes you. You know, so I think that's important to realize when you're dating is like people come from different backgrounds and have different upbringings, so you have to take that into account when you're dealing with somebody, and that's something I always try to do.
But you got to remember that not everybody is mindful of that,
right? But I talk to my friends about that. I'm always like, because you know, like you grew up a certain way, so you're gonna think like this, but you got to realize, you know, they came from this, or they, you know, were raised like this, so it's a little bit different.
But you see how you have to lower your standards.
That's not a standard. It's just like
lower your,
it's
what
like,
is that?
Like opening your thinking or thinking like your perspective. You know, like I feel like that's important.
I agree that everybody should do it, but I don't think everybody should do it in dating. I think like everybody like because like. Me interacting with someone and me knowing something about his past gives me a warning of what could be his triggers.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I think everybody should do that, like even at the workplace. And I think that's where the PC culture is coming in with white people and making them do what certain stuff or whatever. Yeah. Because they're like, yo, you don't know how he was grew up or whatever. Right. Like, but
I think it is something to acknowledge when you're dating, like
so when you're dating, right, and you get this guy who was abused and which makes him abusive now, right, and he done been in prison and all that. So do you give him a shot?
No, not if you don't. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying you should be understanding and give somebody a shot.
Yeah, that's why I was wondering.
I wasn't talking about that, no, because you took it a whole different. I wasn't talking about that.
It did. I absorbed it wrong.
I'm thinking of something little, like if somebody. That's not how I was taking it. Oh, no. You are appalled by that. Like, hills. Yeah, you run for the hills.
So what do you mean then? So like, say you got somebody who was raised in the gang, and now they're not in the gang.
You're taking it too far now. I'm thinking of something.
But no, these are real things.
Like this. Say if like a girl is talking to a man, and say he was cheated on by like his last 2 girlfriends. So now he has a little bit of a commitment issue, and maybe you're at a place where it's like 3 months in and you're ready for commitment. You have to understand that you have to be maybe a little bit more patient with him. And if you're not willing to do that, you can walk away.
No, I think
you have to.
See, my whole thing is it's a lose-lose for the female, right?
Yeah.
Because if you be more patient with him, he could be just taking advantage of you. If you already done gave up the cookies by now, then you be more patient, he's taking advantage of you. If you leave, he's still cool. He even got the cookies. And that's another count to you. You see what I'm saying? So it's hard for a female. I'm acknowledging it. I be thinking about this when I think about my daughter. Like you gonna have it rough out here. What can I tell my daughter to keep her ahead of it?
You can tell her to don't lower her standards. And don't lower her standards, and to be mindful and try to like figure out somebody's true intentions early before you get wrapped up in it. You can't. I know you can't, but don't ignore the red flags. Don't ignore the red flags is a good one. Yeah, like I feel like in the beginning, like a lot of the red flags you choose to ignore are the reasons why relationships fail. Every time. Every single time.
So what I would say on the whole dating and women and men is women gotta stop giving it up. Y'all gotta, cause I know y'all had that 90-day and that was some BS. Females weren't waiting, but
I think they were waiting 90 days. I don't know.
They're not. There's no man who's gonna wait 90 days for you. He might not have sex with you for 90 days.
No, we always know that men are never waiting on you. I'm sure they're still having sex, right? That's what I'm saying. Everybody knows that. I don't think. Yeah.
But my thing is, so when we talking about dating, what do women want from a man when dating? What do women want from a man in general?
In general?
Yes.
Well, one big thing is if you ask a woman to go on a date, plan the date. Don't ask her what she wants to do. Pick the time, the place, and the day, and let her know. Or ask her schedule first, and then go based on that. But we don't want to have to think of everything. That's a big thing. And they also want...
You want to know where that came from, though?
Because what, women are indecisive?
No,
or what?
Not women being indecisive, but men stop picking.
What do you mean they stop picking?
They stop because like when we first started dating, right? As men, they were just, hey, you want to go out to eat, and then you take out to eat. You want to go bowling? That's how they expect. They didn't say, hey, you want to go out? Yeah, where you want to go? They didn't do that. What ends up happening is, and I am a victim of this too, is the female then wants you to pick everything, and that's fine. As a man who macho, you alpha male, and you just like, yep. But then once the relationship is over, oh, you're controlling.
That has nothing to do with control.
That has everything to do with it. No. That's why I stopped doing it.
Really?
I don't pick nothing.
I don't even see that as controlling. If a man was like, I want to take you out, and I'm like, okay, it's like, what's your schedule looking like? Oh, I'm free this day and this day. Okay, well, I made reservations for this time at this place. I like that shit. I like confidence. Yeah,
you like it in the beginning, but when the relationship goes over, oh, you controlling. It's like,
because it's when we picked a time and a place for a date.
Control? Well, it starts with little stuff like that, right?
I don't think that is controlling at all.
Well, it starts with stuff like that, right? He picks the date, and then he fast forward down the line. He picks the dinner. Hey, make this today for dinner. And then it's like, oh, you're controlling. And it's like, wait a minute, you always wanted me to do this.
I don't see the correlation.
I lived it.
I don't.
I lived it, and I'm not a controlling person. I'm a passive aggressive person. I'm a goofy, hyper happy person. I lived it.
Sis might have been a little confused. I don't think that is.
Sis might be a little confused.
What's controlling is for
you try to slide that in.
Yeah, because that doesn't make. Because what would be controlling is like, say you're out, y'all go out to the bar and you see a male friend and you say hi, and then he has an issue with you having male friends. That's something that's like controlling to me, like a little
an issue.
And it shows.
And what did he do though? What did he do? Just because he like, who is this dude? That don't mean he did something wrong. What did he do?
Or maybe he questioned you down about who the nigga was or something, or told you like, oh, I don't like my females to have male friends, something like that. That would be like a more
well, that's not controlling.
You don't think that's controlling?
Because what you said was he see that you had a male friend.
Yeah, and
he never said you can't have that male friend. That's controlling.
No, but I'm saying, but if he's saying like y'all are not in this point to where you're in a relationship, so he's just telling you like, well, typically like I don't like my females to have like.
So basically, friends. he letting you know that.
Yeah, but that's showing you a sign that he's going to be controlling. A man telling me when and where we can go on a date over time, that's not a sign.
How is that? How is that controlling? Saying I don't like my females to have a
like
male
saying
friend.
I don't want my females to have male friends.
How is that controlling?
How is that not? How can you police who they're friends with?
He didn't though. He just said he don't like
but
it.
I'm saying, but he's telling you if you're in a relationship. That's like he's letting
so
you
did
know.
He say you cannot have a male friend?
Okay, so yes, in this example, you cannot have a male friend. Yeah, y'all are together, and he's like,
he worded it wrong.
Friends. I know. I'm just saying, like,
he worded it wrong because he should have said, "Yo, if you got male friends, I'm out."
Well, right, but that's not a sign of being controlling.
No, he's choosing to leave.
No, but
that's just like you saying. That's just like you saying, "Hey, if you're sleeping with a female, I'm out."
Okay.
Well, that's how guys picture when they see their girl talking to the dude. Like, dang, was he before me? Dang, is he while I'm at work? That's how they be seeing it. That's why they be doing that, though.
To me, that's a little controlling to be.
Yeah, you got to get past all that as dudes. I mean, I was there at one point in life where I'm like, who the hell is this nigga?
Yeah.
And I'm questioning him at that. I got the toolie on my hand, like, who's you?
That's cute, actually. You got to be able to trust.
Yes, I agree. I grew up a little rough. Them edges have smoothed out now. Them edges, they're smoothed out. Mm-hmm. But you got any more notes you wanted to speak on?
I think we did pretty good.
So overall, what you think your chances of dating in this world is?
This year?
You said this year?
Yeah. What are my chances?
Oh, this year's probably over with. I'm speaking.
Why do you say like
I'm just talking shit.
Damn.
I'm just saying, what do you think your chances?
It's going a little slow. I've been on 2 dates so far this year, but it's going a little slow.
Woo.
No. Mm-mm.
They were bad.
The first date was terrible. It's not like weird things happen on the dates.
Oh,
we don't have to get into it.
Give me one. Give me one crazy one. Crazy one.
Come on. I went to what's it called? What's that place in Dublin? Hen Quarter. Is that what it's called? Hen Quarter.
Quarter.
It's the black-owned restaurant.
I don't know.
You don't know? You never been
there? I don't
there?
Nope.
Okay.
You might have to.
Food's not that great.
So it was the restaurant's fault, not his.
It was him. So we were having a conversation, and
real quick, did he pick the spot?
He did.
Okay.
Yeah. He picked place and time.
That's the only reason why you went, huh?
Yeah. Because as soon as they ask me what I want to do, I'm already in my head backing out. Like, I'm not about to go.
Mm-hmm.
But I went and we were having like a good conversation. Based on the conversation, I already knew we were going to just be friends. I just wasn't feeling him. But then wait a
minute. Before y'all got to the restaurant?
No, when we were at the restaurant.
At the restaurant, he talked himself into the friend zone.
As we were talking, I was like, oh, okay, well, we're going to be friends.
Side note, y'all hear that? I've been telling y'all niggas for the longest. Just stop talking. You talk yourself right out of the drawers before you even have a chance.
That was never going to happen.
I said before you even had a chance.
And he said something very weird. Like I said, it was a good conversation. It was very like friendly. And then he said like, I'll know if this is official if the next morning I wake up and my dick's hard because I had a dream about you. Why would you say that? Every time I tell somebody that's what happened, I'm like, if this is for what's to come in 2021, I'm not dating this year. Like, that was terrible. Ain't that some weird shit? And he was a black man. Why would you say that to me? Don't laugh. Isn't that crazy?
He was confident.
And at that time, I had already packed up my food. I was like, well, I have to go to Walmart. And Walmart closed at 10.
The arrogance in this was I know that this relationship is going to go far. So basically, he's saying it's not even up to you.
Yeah, it's not.
It's up to what he dreams of when he goes to sleep. Yeah, it's not up to whether you want him.
Yeah.
Because he already got you locked in.
That's what he thought.
In his head.
That's what he thought.
Oh,
that's what he
my God.
He never heard from me after that.
Did the brother at least have his own car?
Yeah, he did. Like, he had a good car, a good job. Yeah, all that.
He had his own place.
Yeah, all that. But that was too much. Why would you say that's some weird shit?
That was wild.
Yeah, especially when it was very friendly conversation. So that's my dating in 2021 so far. So
I had when I first realized that how bad females had it was, I got a bunch of female friends, and I had a few over, and I told this story for the podcast, but I had never told you, and the females was over there, and we all kicking it, drinking. It's me, my 13 or 14-year-old little brother, and about 4 chicks. Mm-hmm. And one chick goes, I've never had a man that had all 3. And and they were talking to each other about it, and I'm just walking around the house loud, acting goofy, listening to music like I do. And I'm like, what the hell is all 3? And I'm nervous at the same time, don't get me wrong, because I don't know if I got all 3, right? Okay. But none of these chicks is with me or nothing. We all friends. And one look at me and go, a car, his own place, and a job. And I was like, what?
That's sad.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like, I was like, what?
Yeah, that's...
Like, the average guy don't have that? They like, no. And one said, can I suck your beat?
What?
Because I never sucked nobody's beat who had all 3. And I was like, damn. Yeah, you can.
Yeah. Wow.
I gotta help her out.
Right, you had to help her out. I guess you gave her first, but yeah, see, I won't say that. It's not hard.
But that's when I was like, dang, is it that bad for females out here?
It's not that bad. I won't say it's that bad. There are some good men in Columbus, but it's just hard to find one that you like. So
how many guys have you been on a date with who didn't have a car, his own place, or a job?
In what year?
Since
I've been an adult?
Yeah, since you've been an adult. So, no, let's say since you've been 23 and up.
Who didn't have one of the 3?
No, all 3. All 3. They had to have all 3.
They had to have a lot. I'm not about to count.
So most of yours had all 3.
Yeah.
So it's more of a standards, and she had bad standards then.
Most of them, except the ones who lied. I found out about later.
So even the ones that lied, you count them. So you found out later that, oh, this wasn't your car. Oh, you really stayed your mom's.
Yeah, so, when I'm meeting men, that's never an issue with the ones I end up talking to. They all have all three.
But when you initially go on a date with them, some lied.
I was in a whole relationship and he lied. Yeah.
See, that's what I'm saying. So how many of them did that?
How many lied? Who didn't?
Lied or didn't even lie and just said, "Yo, I ain't got a car.
Since I've
Can
been
you pick
23?
me up?" So from 23 to now.
One. That's it.
Only one never had all three.
Right. One. Yeah.
So I guess it is just a standard thing. Because I don't know y'all's dating pool.
I would say it's standards and it depends on your type. You know, like a lot of women like thugs.
Yeah,
like
which
niggas.
They're not going. 9 times out of 10, they don't got a car.
No, 9 times out of 10, they don't have a house.
They don't have neither one.
The trap is their house, and if that's what you like, girl, that's what
well,
you
actually, they wouldn't have the average. The average don't have all three.
They usually have a car. That's how they.
Whose name is
their
it?
Job.
It's not theirs.
It's their car.
It's not if it's in someone else's name.
It's always in somebody else's name.
Exactly. That's what.
I'm saying.
So you can't count it because we know they got like I know dudes that trap. I know dudes who got enough money to buy a house.
Yeah, they just choose not to.
They still stay with someone else.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So I can't say, well, he got more money than me, so he could have it.
Right.
He ain't doing it. He don't have nothing in his name, so he don't have it. So I'm not gonna count him.
Yeah, no, the all three thing, that's not the issue. I just feel like there's a lack of men wanting commitment right now.
Because they don't have to commit.
I know.
There's no point in committing for a man. If I can get everything in a relationship, everything without the relationship, then why would I be in the relationship?
You can't get everything without the relationship.
What can't a man get without a relationship? Yeah, think about it. You're going to have a brain aneurysm trying to figure it out.
No, there's some stuff they can't get.
Like what? You see how hard that is?
Because
you can't even leave with the one thing that men want.
Okay.
One thing that men wants is a child.
Yeah. You can't get that without a relationship.
What are you talking about?
Not from
I got 3.
Yeah. Were you in relationships?
No.
With none of your kids?
I'm in one now, but...
Right. When you had none of your kids, you wasn't? Okay.
No, actually, my first kid, I was in a relationship, but I wasn't married. So technically, you're not supposed to count as a relationship, right? Okay. My second one, it was a one-night stand. And then my third one, I'm in a relationship, but we're not married. So.
Well, I'm at the point now. I would not have kids without being married. I'm not.
Yes, that's a smart decision because that's one thing you'll be able to give your husband.
Yeah, I have to save stuff for my husband. So, but when I say commitment, I'm not really talking about marriage. I feel like that's gonna come. But like men don't even want to be in relationships.
Well, guys, when they know the one they want and they're gonna give them commitment and all that, they're looking towards straight marriage. So even though you're like baby steps, I'm telling you how a guy's mind is on the freeway, fast lane. This is marriage.
Men think about marriage?
In a sense of for her.
Oh.
And females think that's bad.
Yeah, that is kind of bad.
We're not so
we're not going to talk about the whole what you talking about in the other podcast.
Nah. I'm just saying like we're not raised to
aspire to be married.
Yeah,
like that.
We're not raised to want to get married. We're raised to fuck as many females as you can. Where females are on the opposite end. Yeah, they're raised to get married. So when you get with someone you want, guys be like, bro, I think I'm gonna marry her. When they talk to their homeboy, they're like, yo, I think I'm gonna marry her. It's not like, ooh, I can't wait to get married. Ooh, no,
that's what she wants.
I'm about to do this for her.
Yeah, that's I don't know.
Like I got a cousin, right? And he every week we go out 2 times a week, and every week he would say, on Tuesday it would be I'm gonna marry her, bro. But on Friday it was, man, I'm about to leave, and then next Tuesday I'm gonna marry her. Cause what females don't get is he already had in his mind he wants her. Mm-hmm. She was pushing him away. So he's fighting with himself of, is he happy? Yeah. And females don't be getting that. And then they don't hear you because they emotionally attached to whatever the argument is.
Right.
And the argument could be something petty, and it was something petty, and I ain't put all his business out there, but it was something super petty, and it was like, hey, like, she really, and I'd be like, man, ignore it, man. You got to decide if you're gonna deal with it or get away. And he ended up choosing to get away, and he was ready to marry her.
Well, he didn't want to marry her. He just wanted to do it for her, right?
Well, if he's willing to do it for her, she wasn't asking for it. Mm-hmm. He was doing it because we all know that's going to make a woman happy.
Yeah.
We all just know it. It doesn't matter. Like, unless she turns it down, then it's like, if she turns down your proposal, then she's probably cheating and she's using you for your money or something. Nah, female turn down your proposal and y'all already been fucking, y'all in a relationship. She's fucking someone else and she's probably just using you for your money.
Or maybe she just realized like that he's not for her. She just hasn't broken it off yet. Yeah, sometimes it's harder to leave a relationship.
You just said how hard it is for y'all to get a relationship. Like you gonna tell me
both of them. It's hard when you get into one, and then when you to get one, and then when you get into one, you realize not what you want. It's like, damn, what I do.
But what I would say to dating, and no one wants to hear this, and it's the honest truth. Guys need to step up their money game, their hustle. We live in 2021 where you can start a podcast, make money on it. You can make a YouTube channel, make money on it. You play games all day, you can record yourself playing video games, put it on YouTube, get a check for it. Put it on Twitch, get a check for it. You can also still work that 9 to 5, get a check for it. So when I'm saying your hustle, I'm not speaking to selling drugs. I am against selling all drugs. Now, with that being said, that's what the guys need to do. They need to make that money to earn upwards of 100,000. Once you hit the 75,000, you in good settings, you can take care of a whole household without your wife actually having to work once you hit that 75. But you guys need to get off your ass, get out there, get this money, and take care of that household. And I mean, pay for everything. If your woman chooses to work on the side, do daycare at home, then hey, that's for her Louis Vuitton bag, Gucci bags, right? But now females, and this is the part where y'all get emotionally attached and y'all just don't want to hear this. Y'all got to be more submissive. You got to be more submissive. What?
This is you closing it out?
Yeah, you can speak.
Women need to be more submissive.
Yes.
Yeah, we have to have something to submit to.
But I'm closing it out. I just said the man need to step it up. Get their money
the word
up.
Submissive is like a trigger. Go ahead.
I see. I tell you, emotionally attached.
I'm not emotionally attached. It's just
to submission.
Damn. No,
so
women need to have standards. Don't settle.
Well, I ain't even gonna close out right now. I'm gonna speak to that.
Ask for what you want. Go ahead.
So when I was speaking to the man, I said they need to step up their game because women want stability and finances from a man. So when I'm speaking to the guys, I'm telling them directly what they need to do. They want
some emotional stuff too. It's not all about money. Women want more than money. Okay, I'm gonna let you talk. Okay. I'm good. We do.
Y'all do, but that's not what a guy has to offer. I'm telling the guys what they have to offer, and they need to be offering it, right? Now, females, they come to the table and they make up this dream guy that doesn't exist.
There have to be some men out there who can be emotional.
Yeah, but they don't make the amount of money you need either.
That's crazy. I feel like I can't. I shouldn't have to. I feel like I don't have to pick and choose. I do have to compromise on some things because
that's one of them. Because
damn, like
because I'm telling you, these men don't exist.
Like you just added
all right, so look, when men
get
money, so you got alpha men who are alpha regardless, right? There's some that are just alpha no matter how much money they got in their pocket. Right. They're alpha when they step in the room. But then you got men who are beta no matter what, right? Mm-hmm. When men get money, even if they're beta, they turn alpha. Mm-hmm. Because everybody knows money rule the world. Mm-hmm. So now it's like they got their foot on their neck. They might be faking it, but they still got their foot on your neck because they got the money. As long as they got the money, they up, they good. They alpha, they feel good. They, you know what I mean? Like money, you see somebody who's super, you done grew up and seen someone who's super broke, even from a female's point of view, get money now they change. It's like, yo, you didn't even, that was never you before.
Right.
But if you put $1 million in anyone's hand, I guarantee they change.
Of course.
their ego changes. All that changes. So what I'm saying is like when you get these guys and you saying you want them to be every guy got some little bit of emotion, right? There's some that has none though. But y'all want us to be these emotional creatures that we're not.
I'm not saying overly emotional, but just be.
But overly emotional to you and overly emotional to me is two different standards. You saying don't be over here, and I'm saying this is me being over right here. And that's two different levels.
Yeah, I'm just saying like just come with something. I don't know. Go ahead. Finish with the money talk.
So I already did my. Dang, you got stressful.
Because like you telling me I have to pick and choose. Like I feel like there's a happy medium. There has to be a happy medium somewhere.
So this is everything that Kevin Samuel would go through. Because
listen.
No, because I'm saying like he tells women like this is what guys are, and the women come like, well, I want this, and it's like, I'm not God. I can't recreate a man to be that. Them men don't exist. That's a unicorn you're asking for, and then for you to think it. Now imagine, 1 billion women want that type of man, and not one of them exists. But when there is one that exists, what makes you think you're gonna be the one that get him?
I don't know.
Out of 1 billion females.
I don't think I'm asking for anything crazy. I'm not asking for an emotional man because that doesn't go along with like what my usual type is. But I just need like a little something.
I think they'll have some emotion for you, but
what?
It's just good guys are, man.
Guys are just
Sandwich Sex and Shut Up. That's it. The 3 S's.
See, okay.
That's
crazy.
That's what guys are. Like,
that's not what they are.
We're more simpler than what y'all think.
I really think there's more to men than that. I really hope so.
We're real simple. We're a lot simpler than what y'all think.
I don't think so. I don't think it's that simple. It's not.
All right, so I can't close out on the females because she get triggered.
I'm not gonna say anything else. I promise. Go ahead.
So, bonus, there's no females. And I'm not saying settle down with the guy who is just playing games and not working 2-3 jobs, a main job and 2 side hustles, even a side job that could just be fun in nature with. Like I said, playing the game, recording yourself, and then making $1 off of it, or just getting somewhere in life with it, or in your free time building decks and chopping down wood and stuff like that. There's so many things out there that men can do. So I'm not saying settle with them. I'm saying push them to be that if you can, if you have to. If you're already with him, push them to be that. And y'all gotta be more. Y'all gotta be
more submissive, right? Be more submissive.
Y'all gotta be more submissive. Allow men to lead, and y'all gotta teach y'all's daughters not to have these babies early, because that's the one thing a man wants. Even though I know this is in which I want to hear, that's the one thing a man wants. Even if he got other kids, he still wants this. He still wants his final wife to bear his child and his child only. Like, and even like every guy wants his wife to be a virgin, but even if she's not a virgin, at least offer him the first child. Like, every guy wants that. You know how females always say, "We're the man with no kids." Guys think that same way. I used to have a rule. Don't date no one with kids. Yeah. I was like the only one that was saying it, and my circle would look at me like I'm crazy. Like, bro, they gonna black females gonna get you up out of here. Yeah. Trey used to always say that to me. They gonna get you up out of here, bro.
Yeah,
you better
females do feel very strongly about that, but I mean, yeah.
But
you guys have don't know. I'm not gonna say it because people's gonna kill me.
Go ahead, say it.
No, I'm not
say it. See how you not wanting to say it because you said females gonna kill you?
Yes, because people feel very strongly about that. But I do feel like some stuff you should save for your husband. That's what I say. Some things you should save.
Yeah, that's a fact. I'm telling y'all what men want. And I done had 3 kids and I could take care of all 3 of them households. But this has been a great episode of Dope, where we dare our people to educate. I love you, black people. Stay positive.